Thank you for that warm welcome. I still haven't got over the fact we lost last week. Don't you like winning premierships? I do. I'm certain a number of the players haven't, but I do think we had a terrific season. And as I said last Saturday night to the gathering, that we don't accept defeat in this club, but we acknowledge it. So we have to acknowledge that North Melbourne have won the flag. I do want to congratulate the players on a fantastic season. Give them a big round of applause. Particularly the coaching division, made up of obviously David Parkin, Wayne Britton, Stephen Kernahan and Greg Williams. Who have I left out? They did a mighty job. I think other than winning a grand final, I started barracking for Carlton when I was 7, the game against Aston has to be the best win I've ever seen at a football game. And you may or may not know what happens is that the AFL, when the 2 grand finalists are known, sends out a number of tickets for all the corporate sponsors and everything. They've got a whole bundle of tickets ready to go out to the 2 winning clubs to deal with the internal ones that have to be dealt with. And on it was printed Essendon, and they had to cross it out and write Carlton. And I've only seen John Nichols ever have a tear in his eyes. That day he was sitting 2 rows in front of me and he came and hugged me and he said, "Look at those bastards over there." And they were the AFL Commission who are all sitting here like this. So it's a very exciting day. Probably if we'd kicked us straight, the coach may raise it a bit, but we're in that game, and I think when Brownie and Murph got hurt, and I've just been talking to Murph. His future looks a bit better than we might have thought, which is great news for us. Yeah. And we're on the verge of picking up a couple of players. I've just talked to the Chief Executive, and we hope we might even, I told Goffey to have them stitched up tonight so you'd know about it, but we've got a couple right on the verge of us signing. And if we get the result tonight, we'll let you know straight away. So there's a bit on the go. Now I heard Jim say about the finals tickets. I had Collo in my office this morning with the Chief Executive and we gave him heaps. Because it was appalling. I had a number of people that rang me about it. The Arts Centre thought I think they were selling tickets for the opera instead of the football. And it really was a disgrace and it took too long. We understand that. That will never happen again. And I think we might even get an apology out of the AFL for that, to do something. And I've told them that if they fine me for my absolutely correct remarks that Aaron Hamill, it was a disgrace that he was even convicted by the tribunal, and we did a pretty good job getting him off the next day. So, all in all, I think we can enjoy tonight, and I wish all the players that have got a chance of winning to win. We're already working on next year, which is most important. All the trades that we're able to do trades. I don't think we're trading anybody much, but we're chasing a couple. They have to be finished by lunchtime Tuesday. So the whole thing is the Chief Executive and other people are exceptionally busy, as is the coach and others. So we're working particularly hard. There's no doubt Colbert wanted to come to Carlton, but it's true, he was influenced by that spivvy little guy, what's his name, Ronnie Joseph, he's his manager, who is very much in North Melbourne's camp, and I think all you saw was a public show that he was always going to North Melbourne, which is rather disappointing. but we've got a couple of others on the go. So I hope you have a great night, and may the best man win the best and fairest. Thank you.